next.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we're at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He shakes him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Myles Garrett, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw here. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And his kick is right there. It's good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 55 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. The drive starts with a completion left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. 69 yards. And the Bengals, on just 2 plays, have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time. And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing
that got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Uzomah. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This is Mixon on the draw. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Now it's Burrow. And he's got it.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Again, it's Burrow to Mixon on the check down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we always talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it a second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A final shot before break. Delgado. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Now, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with Chubb. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll try again with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz there to make the grab. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got it.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown Bengals.
Jamar Chase,
87 yards.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns set to take over.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Browns.
Anthony Schwartz.
77 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon, and now look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end Uzama. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Burrow will throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot.
Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here we go. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on all.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, 81 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. 1-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Burrow on play action. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The Browns drive about to get started. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3. 4th quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 57 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Delgado. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz. 89 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. We're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and he's got this down to the 35. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On 1st and 10, Delgado. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, 77 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Game on the line. Season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 11, a little under 40 seconds to go. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Second and 20. To throw, Burrow. Connecting with Mixon. And he's out of bounds, so give him about 9 as that stops the clock.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Now Burrow.
He's going to let it fly.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
The Browns going to roll on as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching.